Zenmus's voice is Zenmus's voice is so cool. He's got one of the coolest voices in the game for sure. Like he could tell a story about anything, about how he went to the shops one day to pick up some milk and some bread. And it would be the most epic story about getting milk and bread of all time. For crying out loud. What a voice. What a good job to the VA there. It's like he's on a different world. Like he's on a he's God level, and everyone else is just like normal level. He's above him. Like he does have that role. His voice tops Ansem, which is Ansem really cool. VA as well. Also, the camera placement in these cutscenes is so awesome. Yeah, it is absolutely.
I wonder what it's for.
Tell me a bedtime story.
Come on, you know what it's for. We have to complete the Great Kingdom Hearts. You saw it too, didn't you?
But what is Kingdom Hearts?
It's the gathering place of hearts, isn't it?
It's where all the hearts wind up after they're released by you. When we gather enough, we might finally get hearts of our own.
Hearts shall be made our own.
Is Kingdom Hearts really that important?
Are you crazy?
I just don't see why having a heart is that important, you know?
Come on. You're wondering about that now?
Well,
It's debatable.
I don't understand since I don't have a heart.
Roxas.
Who says you don't have a heart?
We'll understand once we have our own hearts. That's why we fight, to find out what it's about.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I guess you're right.
Okay. So, okay, hold on. Can I pause it? I know I keep pausing, but I gotta say it right after that scene there. So, either Zenmus has tricked them all to think they don't have hearts and they're not real, right? Or because the description, to the meaning of heart, to have heart, they have emotion. It's not like they're just brain dead robots, Brain dead robots in the right word, but it's not like they're robots, If anyone's seen like the Wizard of Oz, heart, heart is one of them, isn't it? It's like courage and stuff, yeah. So it's like, because is it Tin Man's after a heart or something like that? I think that's the right way around. I can't remember around it. But one of them's after a heart, right? And he thinks that he thinks it's a robot and has nothing to them, yeah? And thinks it's just like, it's not a real person until they have a heart. And Rox has just kind of said the same thing. So, but they do have a heart because they've got to have a heart because they wouldn't have all these emotions that come with it. So I don't know where that's come from. If I feel like maybe it's a big deception, but Axel definitely knows something. He's like the dark sheep of the whole organization. Like he has his own like thing, but he knows how to play the game. It's like he's playing the game. He's on Zemus's side until it's convenient to be not to be on his side. That's how I'm viewing it so far. Like he's definitely like over here while they're all over here, and then Roxas obviously like the main character of this video game. So you're just kind of playing the game, but nobody's. Interesting topic. We're in Agrabah a lot. How big is this Agrabah section? Roxas and Shion went to the usual spot they had begun to get used to get going on missions together. Oh.
It looks
Then we're
like
back here again.
every nobody in the organization is good at different things.
That's right. Everybody's unique.
Even nobodies without hearts?
Just because we don't all have hearts doesn't mean that we're all exactly the same. We each have memories of our pasts.
Memories?
You remember your past?
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes each member of the organization special. We remember who we were as humans.
But I don't.
Me neither.
Well, maybe that right there is what makes you guys the most unique in the organization.
What were you like before you were a nobody?
Huh? Me? Oh, I don't know. I think I've always been pretty much the same.
Yeah, I believe
I
that.
wish I could remember stuff like that.
I believe that.
Really? It's
think
just
Axel's just
baggage, you
Axel.
know.
But I can't remember anything, not even from when I was born a nobody.
All you did was stare into space.
Oh, thanks.
You know, I don't remember much either.
You two sure do have a lot in common.
They also pop up at interesting times as nobodies.
I wonder what kind of guy I was before.
Or was their heart stolen and then they become this? I don't know. Hold on. We're back here again. Oh, it's Diz. A nominee, huh? Oh, this is after Chain of Memories as well, yeah, so I need some... Shion's Keyblade. Shion informs Sykes, I don't know if I say it properly, but that she and Roxas would no longer go on missions together, worried over still being unable to use her Keyblade. Roxas in turn lent Shion... I don't think the Keyblade works out there, does it? Apparently it does.
Thanks, Roxas.
Oh, we're in,
You can have this back.
Do you remember anything?
I don't know,
I don't think
but
the Keyblade works out
let
there.
me try again.
Also, why doesn't Sora have it? That's Sora's weapon. So it works when he's around.
Huh?
You did it!
All you need heart.
Roxas, it worked!
I can't wait to tell Axel this.
Just believe.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just believe.
Axel! Whoa! Where'd you
That
come
would
from?
scare me too.
How
Hold
was
on.
your mission?
Sorry, you wrote something quite big. I'll just read it. Zemus could also believe what he's. Zemus could also believe what he's saying, and maybe he thinks nobody's just can't have a heart himself. Possibly, yeah. Probably can't feel emotions, but I honestly don't know. This is speculation. Yeah, I mean, maybe Zemus. This is just also a theory. But Zemus might be the nobody for Diz. And Diz might be the real version because their eyes are the same. I thought Diz was something to do with Ansem originally when I saw him in Chain of Memories, but he seems more like Zemus. But then saying that, the tall dude who Roxas spoke to with the hoods up looked more like Zemus. So yeah, it's interesting. Was that your favourite mission? That was in the Beast Castle, wasn't it?
You know, I sure wish the Heartless would hold still once in a while. I fell right on my butt chasing them around.
I thought you said you were tough.
Yeah, whatever. That's got nothing to do with it. So, how did your caper go?
It's not going to work here, is it? Oh, okay.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! This changes everything,
Roxas, Axel, thank you.
is what he just thought.
I didn't do anything.
He's like, damn it.
You made it possible for the two of us to go on a mission together.
If it weren't for you, Shion might never have remembered how to use the Keyblade.
So thanks, Axel.
How about sea salt ice cream then?
Sea salt, there you go, Atley. We got it.
Buy me one and we'll call it even.
You got it. I'll be right back.
We got down to the mystery of what the flavour of the ice cream is. Sea salt. Sea salt ice cream.
I hope we can always be just like this forever.
Really?
Me too.
What's that all about?
I just
What a bunch of weirdos.
want these days to last forever. Hanging out, the ice cream, the sunsets.
Well, nothing lasts forever, you know.
You're just saying that, Naomi.
Least of all for a bunch of nobodies like us. But it's okay if things change and we can't meet up here.
Why?
Huh?
As long as we keep each other in our thoughts,
Uh-oh.
none of us will ever have to be apart.
Uh-oh.
Got it memorized?
Wow, that was so not you.
Oh, really?
Hey.
It really is? Interesting. Well, if you say it's good, I'll believe you then. I just imagined it was like, you know, when you get if you swim in the ocean and it tastes disgusting. Like, it's not like you drink it, but it's like it still gets, you still taste it a bit, and it's just like because it's so much salt. Yeah. Yo, live stream, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome to, we're just having like more of a lore. We're just breezing through the story of 358 by 2. That's how I say it. I believe I say it wrong. But, yeah, we're just kind of talking about things as it's happening, like my first experience. So, hope you're having a good weekend there, dude. Good to see you. Good, glad to hear. Oh, as Sion has regained a key by Roxas returns carrying out his daily missions as usual. As Sion regained the Keyblade. Oh, that mission looks cool. I didn't read everything. Sounds like tense music.
Huh? Ever heard of knocking? What do you want?
Tell me what Shion has been doing.
Well, how should I know? I'm not spying on her.
The two of you look pretty close.
So what? Now I've got a rat on my friends to you? I think you should just go.
Today you and Shion will be going on the same mission.
Well, thank you, sir, for personally delivering that message to me.
Why is Zemmus above them all as well? What makes him so powerful?
We also need you to go back to Castle Oblivion soon.
Says Lord Zemnis.
That castle hasn't given up all its secrets. One even he doesn't.
And he
know
never
its
answers if
whereabouts.
Zemmus is really giving out the
Even
orders.
he doesn't know. You mean the chamber, right? We turned that place inside out. If it's there, we're not gonna find it just by looking.
Then let me give you another reason. Shion comes from the castle to which Namine can be traced. The place where both Namine and Shion were born. It's practically calling out for you.
Whatever. As far as the castle goes, you're the one who really wants to go there.
It's interesting.
By
I'll hold
finding
that
the
thought
room
for a
that
while.
Zemnis is searching for, you would find out everything about Zemnis's true agenda, am I right?
The Chamber of Repose
He's
as
got
well
orange eyes
as
as well, though.
the Chamber of Waking. Zemnis has an agenda that he hasn't
looks
told
cool.
to anybody. And we are bound to find some clues in the Chamber of Waking.
Kingdom Hearts is right there, though.
And once
Okay.
we obtain those clues,
Duh.
we'll have the upper hand for our own objectives.
I knew the time would come when Vexen and Zexion got in your way. That's why I took the initiative
I did all the dirty work, I believe.
and cleared the way to the top for you. I can handle all the dirty work. You go all the way to the top.
That's a
You
little
will be
sus.
going on a solo mission to Castle Oblivion. Expect the orders soon.
Oh, he changed his orders. Yo.
Castle Oblivion. Namine
Orders.
and Shion.
So Sykes is Sykes. Oh, where's the Hercules land? But Olympus land rather. So Sykes, the eighth, well, he's not whatever number he is clearly planning a coup d'etat on Zemnis and just trying to doesn't trust the boss, which is I completely get that. But he's doing it in a really deceptive way. And Axel's seen through his plan and said, "Look, I get what you're trying to do, right? Sykes." Oh, Sykes. Okay, so Axel's seen through his plan and said, "Look, I can see what you're doing, and you're not doing it very well. So I'll deal with this. I'll do the dirty work. You can rise to the top. Just stay off my back and leave them two alone. Leave Roxas and Shion alone." And he's like, "Okay, you can go alone." That's basically what happened, and that was Bybid. Well done, Axel. I feel like Axel's the main character to this game. Even though I bet you use Roxas, I feel like Axel's the main character and really doing everything. I love the difference between Axel being a friend and Axel being an assassin. Yeah, he's changed. I think he changed. He obviously developed friendship with Roxas before he went to Chain of Memories. And he made a line earlier on that there was a line, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it said after playing Chain of Memories, he made a different. There's something he didn't do. He let Namine go, didn't he? Axel literally let Namine go, if I remember correctly. So, and he wasn't supposed to do that. He let her go because of his friendship with Roxas. He gave him a heart, effectively. So yeah, that's what I think. Roxas and Zigbar investigated a new world on a reconnaissance mission. Roxas asked about the purpose of the mission. Zigbar replied with the way they were searching for possible candidates to join the organization. Only special nobodyes can join the organization. Zigbar then informed Roxas that he and Sion are particularly special nobodies. She's definitely Kyrie's nobody. Because that would be why there's a big connection between Roxas and Sion. And why they because these two aren't talking. They both need Roxas there, see?
Roxas is late today.
Hope Zigbar isn't giving him too hard of a time.
Yeah, right?
Oh, this piano's so
what,
good.
Axel?
Hold your fruit.
When I
What's
sit
up, Monkey
here
Wrench?
and talk with you guys, I get the strangest feeling that a long time ago I used to watch the sunset with somebody else.
I knew it!
It's the same when I watch the sea. Someplace by the sea, where I hear the sound of the waves, I get the feeling that I was talking with someone.
She has the same eyes.
So you mean that you have memories of your past?
No, it's not quite like that.
It's also a similar theme to...
Well, I don't
A little
know.
bit similar to Kyrie's theme. It's in the same
What
way.
do you think? Are these memories?
I wouldn't know either.
You have memories, don't you?
Yeah, sorta. Though it's not like they've ever really done me any good.
Roxas is like me. Neither one of us remembers much. I wonder if he and I had this much in common before we were nobodies.
Oh, that music's so good. Axel also references he must have rubbed off on me. And I doubt Axel would speak about Roxas in the third person like that when he was already sitting there talking to him. True. Axel would speak about Roxas. Yeah, I agree. It's getting really good. Dang, I want to play the game! Because I get more into it with the game as well. But yeah, I'm still enjoying the story. Roxas's first day off. Accustomed to always holiday. Let's go! Accustomed to having a mission to execute, Roxas aimlessly wandered castle unsure of what else to do. Even asking Axel and Shion how they would spend their time off proved unhelpful. Okay. They both got time off together. And Chain of Memories, you know who was talking to aside from the organization. Sora, yeah. So Sora, and because Sora is Roxas is nobody, I don't know if I'm supposed to know that, but I remember that. So they're similar. They're similar in mind, and it would have had an effect on him. And he knows that their time is limited properly, and he got sad about it. Axel, I mean.
I knew you'd be here.
Oh my god, this is going to lead up to a certain scene in it. Oh no. Oh no.
Slept like a log. Are the kids here on summer vacation already? Nah, can't be. It's much too early.
Summer vacation? What's that?
It's a dream come true, that's what. Where they get a whole month off.
A month off? I wouldn't know what to do with that much time. I can't even figure out how to fill a day.
You'd be surprised. They give you plenty of homework, and of course, you have to play with your friends every day. Trust me, it's over before you can blink.
That's cool.
I could deal with 7 days, maybe.
Most
Like a
kids
side
spend their time
missions,
just goofing off with
thing.
their friends. They save the homework till the end, and then help each other finish it.
That sounds fun, I guess.
Hanging around with friends is fun. I'd forgotten all that since becoming a nobody, I guess. So, how did you spend your day?
That's the
Hey
complete
guys, how
everything
did I
day.
know you'd be here?
Where did you go, Shion?
I didn't go anywhere. What about you two? Did you guys go somewhere without me?
Axel says he was asleep all day.
What? What's that about? You wasted a day off?
Unlike you two lazy bones, I work hard, so I'm tired, okay?
Unlike me and Roxas, maybe you're just out of shape.
All three of their interaction is like Riku. Sorry, I think I just paused in the middle of a quiet scene. But it's like Riku, Sora, and Kairi. Now, I don't know if Axel's got anything to do with Riku. It would make sense, apparently, if Riku's such a guy with a dark power past that they've never explained. Because, like I said at the end of Chain of Memories, he's been done dirty in Chain of Memories because his story was a bit naff. There was no, like, why is he surrounded in darkness? But all their free interaction kind of reminds me of the start of Kingdom Hearts 1 with how they all kind of get along and have a laugh kind of thing there. But I don't think Axel's got anything to do with Riku. Because otherwise he would have reacted to him inside Chain of Memories Castle. The Oblivion Castle.
Tomorrow it's back to work.
And he looks nothing like him
Yeah.
either. Acts like him in no
Hope
way.
we get another vacation soon.
Oh yeah, I might not see you guys again for a while.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're sending me out on recon for a few days.
Where?
Can't tell.
What's up with that?
It's a secret mission.
But I thought we were friends.
Hey, I'm not about to tell you all my dark secrets. Got it memorized?
Dark secrets.
Haha, I'm kidding.
He's
I
not.
just gotta keep my mouth shut about it, or else Sykes will get on my case.
Thank you, Sai.
You know
yeah,
how he
thanks.
can get.
Yeah.
Try not to bungle everything while I'm gone, huh?
Now, why would we do that?
Well, considering your track record, I just can't count on you guys.
Hey!
That was a rude.
We can handle things just fine.
That's right. Just you watch.
Hold on. Oh, I can't.
What took you so long?
Alright, dude. This guy.
It's my
This guy.
vacation. I can take all the time I want. Since when do I have to check in with you?
You're letting yourself get too attached to them.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
You know, you've changed.
Yeah, me too. Change for the good. Right. I'm going to quickly address. To be fair, that's why he's so messed up in Chain of Memories because of what happened in Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, I get that. I get that he was manipulated into darkness. What doesn't make sense is, like, I felt like in Kingdom Hearts 1, he was given the darkness role, or on the side of dark and manipulated by it, just for the... What are you mod checking for? Just for the convenience of it all. Oh, we're okay. I thought something happened in stream. So I feel like it was just kind of like a plot device to make him the dark character rather than, you know, to be Sora's rival throughout the game, rather than, because actually Riku has all the traits of actually being the proper main character, which is why it's interesting why he can steal the Keyblade from Sora when you first get to Hollow Bastion, because Riku is the one who wants to go on an adventure. Sora and Kairi, as far as I'm concerned, just was happy just to chill out, stay at home, and, like, you know, just, you know, it's just like they clearly just wanted to be around each other all the time, be together. Whereas Riku is just like, I want to go out there. And then he got them into it, and because they're already close, they're like, yeah. And that's what you do when you're with a close group of people. You're like, yeah, I want to do that. So should we go traveling? And it sounds like a really exciting adventure altogether, all three of them. But it was his idea that he wanted to go out there. He wanted to escape the island. And there might be a reason for it, there might not be a reason. Maybe they never address it, I don't know. But I just felt like his character development was kind of left bland in the Chain of Memory, and they really had a chance to develop it as to why he allowed himself to be manipulated. Don't get me wrong, I know he, like, goes, oh, he ends up accepting the darkness, and then uses it on to as a like a power buffer or use it. But I just feel like he was just more of a plot device in Kingdom Hearts 1. I feel like he was, because of how bad he was set up in Kingdom Hearts 1, because he's just manipulated by Ansem, that I feel like that's affected his future of how it is. There's a scene in Kingdom Hearts 1 where Riku straight up offered the power of darkness so that he can be significant like Sora. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like Riku was never showed that kind of insecurity until that point in, you know, oh, Sora is more important to me. Before, he was just like, it weren't about who was more in power. It was never a power trip when they were like all on Destiny Islands, or they reached the first island and they were all hanging out and wanted to go traveling. He just wanted to go traveling. He wanted to go out and see what's out in the world rather than be stuck in the one tiny island they're on. Whereas suddenly now it matters that he is one-upping Sora all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, having a bit of childhood rivalry, because they address that at the end, Chain of Memories, that, oh, Sora's sleeping on the job again, or whatever, you know. It's just that kind of joke. It's that joke gesture you say about your friends and stuff like that. But it wasn't like something that was going to be like, oh, man, it's always Sora. Sora's always the lucky guy, and I'm always... I just felt like that was kind of pushed in there. Remember the race in Destiny Islands, though? That was about naming the raft. Yeah, but that's just... I'm not saying Riku wasn't competitive, but being friendly competitive, you know, like over naming of a raft is one thing. Like friendly competition is one thing. When it comes to being engulfed in darkness, it's a bit different. I feel like there could have been... all I'm saying is I feel like they had an opportunity to have a really good backstory on Riku and talk about it and deal with it in Chain of Memories Riku playthrough, the Riku side of it. But they didn't. They just didn't do that, and that's how I felt the Chain of Memories. I was like, man, the playthrough of Riku was one of my favorite parts, because it was just a boss rush and they gave you the cards and you had to deal with it. Whereas the story was better on the Sora side, if I was being honest. In Kingdom Hearts 1, Riku was constantly told by Maleficent that Sora had abandoned him and doing things with his new friends Donald and Goofy. She even gave him a chance to go back with him because Donald was a jerk. Riku, yeah. And Maleficent kept putting the idea in his head. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not saying... I know that she manipulated him. I know that I'm saying, yeah, he did get manipulated into the darkness. But to be manipulated by darkness in the first instance, you need to have a hole, a weakness to it. And Riku never really showed a weakness. Sora showed a weakness from the start. Sora showed insecurity from the very beginning that Kairi and Riku meant everything to him. Right? But I kind of lost my trail of thought. No, I've completely lost my trail of thought. But Sora showed a bit of insecurity in there. Riku never really showed insecurity. He was like the tough guy. He was like the guy who's in control. He was like the leader. My my theory on this is that Riku could have easily been the main character. But Sora's more likable character at the end of the day, in my opinion. He's just a character more people would like to connect more with than Riku. I just feel like I've always said for a while, based on the view, I've always said Riku is just an uninteresting character, he's just there as a plot device. And I'm trying to, but there's a big fan base for Riku, so there must be something about him, and I'm just trying to find what that is. I'm trying to see why everybody likes Riku so much, you know. So I'm just trying to understand why. I know we're talking about Riku in this story bit, but it's just interesting. I just feel like that when I was watching them three hanging out there, I thought of Riku, Sora, and Kairi back at the islands, you know, and it was just kind of like, you know, that's their thing. I don't think Axel's got anything to do with Riku. Roxas and Shion definitely is the nobodies for Sora and Kairi. It's like the mirror image story, but I thought Namine was, but maybe I was wrong with that. But yeah, but she did play with their memories, so that's probably why I've had that thought. Kairi, it's the same reason that Riku's replica was mad about not being protecting Namine. Riku's weakness was honestly his own friends, while Sora's strength was his friends. It's true. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I'm not saying his friendship with them was bad. No, I'm more like saying his desires to protect them. Yeah, I get that. I think maybe he felt like he failed him, and then they took advantage of that and manipulated him into the darkness that way. And now he's just trying to find a way to redeem himself because he doesn't think that he's deserves to. He probably feels now after all he doesn't feel he has now that insecurity of I don't deserve to be Sora and Kyrie's friend, but I'll protect him from the dark. You know, like the not the anti-hero, or is it the anti-hero? Like the dark hero, the guy, the guy, the person who's on the good team, but does all the stuff in the shadows, the stuff that you don't want the hero to do, or the world to know that the hero can do. Like the assassin. Oh my god, an Axel's an assassin. I might be right, you know. I might actually be right. Just you know. And in Chain of Memories, he faces consequences of letting darkness in because now Anderson manifests darkness. Yep. He let that darkness in and now he's stuck with him like glue. That's true. But then you can always overcome. So they say like, they said in Kingdom Hearts, like they said like, there's always light with darkness. There's always darkness with light, which is true. It's like saying it's like saying there'd be no shadow without without a sun. You know, without a bit of light. There's always like you can see the shadow in the background of the wall. You know, kind of. It's light and darkness is always there. They can't exist without each other. So there is that. I think that's what I was trying to say. Because he chose to let all that in, he slowly let himself be consumed in, so it doesn't affect. Yeah, Riku and Kairi, Sora and Kairi. That's what you meant. He's trying to protect him from the other side. Yeah, that is cool, and that I do like, and I do like how that played out. I just thought to myself when I was playing it, give us some Riku childhood. You know, give us like one pinpoint that something bad happens. Even if it's just like a tragedy that happened in the past and he just hasn't dealt with it. And he hasn't had the courage to tell his friends about it yet because he's just been swallowing the speed. Would have been like a good add-on to why he got consumed by darkness. Rather than just, it just happens. That's kind of what happens in Kingdom Hearts 1. Whilst later on we can say, yeah, this and happen. And we can speculate that that's why he's thinking that. They don't actually go... It just kind of happens and just kind of like why, because when you first meet Riku, he's this strong character that can't be knocked at all, and maybe that's the whole point to it. Maybe they wanted to have such a tough character be knocked down, you know, and it makes Sora question whether he's strong enough to do it, which again Sora does question that because Riku ends up with the Keyblade for a period of time, and that's when he loses, you know, when he first gets a Hollow Bastion. But I still question the whole losing the Keyblade at that point because you've done all the worlds. If that happened earlier on, I'd totally get it. But it was also a good part of the story, saying that as well. And the Riku story, I guess, more interesting post 2. Yeah, I am looking forward to see if they have developed on Riku, don't get me wrong. Right, and Riku Replica was just meeting him how he used to be during Kingdom Hearts 1. That is true. He was like acting all childish and stuff. And obviously bothering him. It felt wrong to just have something like that so emphasised. Currently, by the end of Chain of Memories, Riku is currently struggling to find his balance of light and dark. Meanwhile, is more leaning towards darkness just because he made a mistake in the past. And that mistake happens in Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, it's true. Right. Before we can carry on, take a very quick bathroom break and grab myself and refill my cup of tea. If you want to grab a drink or anything, now's the time to do so. We're back. It won't be gone for long. It'll be less than 5 minutes for this. And then we'll carry on. And then I don't know if I was going to do it at 179 as a joke because it's 358 divided by 2, but I don't know what's going to happen at 179. I don't want to cut off. So we'll take a quick break now. We're about great discussion, by the way. Really enjoyed that discussion. It's nice, you know, that Riku thing really bothered me in Chain of Memories. I was going to make a big video, but now I was going to have that as part of my rundown, final thoughts of Kingdom Hearts 1, but my opinion has slightly changed now based off that conversation. Mod check, Kingdom Hearts part. Leaving this here for when you come back. I know you said you wanted them to show more something for Riku's past that maybe showed that isn't dealing with something so well, but argue that nothing went wrong until Kingdom Hearts 1's went for Riku, because that's what more could he ask for with Sora and Kairi. Sure, he wanted to explore and see other worlds, but that was an innocent thought. I think it was more no, I always thought he was kind of, he was definitely the leader of, like, you know, like every group has kind of that leader, kind of like take control of the situation. He was that guy. He was that person that took control of the situation. And I just feel like the only thing I wouldn't say I got annoyed. I just felt like I used the term did and don't is because they made him into a very weak character very quickly, and he was like the strongest mindset. But they do say the strongest can get knocked down very quickly with the weakness. So I do really like what you're saying there. I do actually see it from that perspective too. It's really interesting you say that. I'm not really going to read too much about the Kingdom Hearts 3. I know you're having a discussion about that. The thought of wanting to explore, only because I don't want to catch any spoiler. I know you haven't put any spoiler there. I can see that you haven't, but I'm trying to avoid the aspect. But yeah, skip straight. Interesting. The thought of wanting to explore other worlds with his friends was harmless as it comes. I never said it wasn't. And the chance funny arose. Well, it was just maybe. I mean, the only thing it didn't really explain is how Kairi and Riku got lost. I know, like we see what happens to Sora, but I feel like there's an inconsistency how everyone travels worlds. Like Riku or Ansem Riku or whatever could just walk through world to world whenever they felt like it, whereas Sora had to get on a gummy ship and fly across the world universe thing. And I was just like, why can't we do that? Why can't we do what they do and just go whenever we need to? You know, I just want to go to this world. Yeah, okay, let's go. I'm sure it doesn't work like that, but it is interesting. I hope they develop Riku further. That's basically what I'm saying. I just like to know if they do more with it, if they don't focus it, or maybe it is now the battle of how he deals with light and darkness. So there is also that. I'd like to be interested in seeing how it goes. It's fair. Honestly, I'm just excited to see where the series goes, especially Memory Remedy. Well, I can't really comment on that yet. A bit annoyed. The plot is a lot behind Melody and Memory. I will agree with Jen Lando in the sense that this is Square. Like, it's the same thing with First Soldier and Final Fantasy's First Soldier thing. Is like they try and put plot behind games that they're very separated and segregated away from the main game, and it feels like they're just so Melody and Memories. Whilst I don't mind a rhythm game, by the way, but it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. It's the same way Final Fantasy VII Fortnite is not for everybody. You know, not everybody likes a battle royale game, especially those who are Final Fantasy fans. I'm not against Square doing other types of genres for games, but maybe don't just use your signature games to do it. Now, with Kingdom Hearts, I think Disney have more power than Square, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's a Square thing. I think that's more Disney. Disney are like, you want to release something new? No, until we say so. Kingdom Hearts 4, 10 years' time. I'm making a joke of that, but that's I think Disney have a lot more power with the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Especially now more than ever. That might explain why Kingdom Hearts 3 is basically only Disney, from what I hear. I mean, beginner mode is very friendly. The Dark Seeker saga is officially concluded with Remind. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's fine. I can skip past that line then. Secret ending cutscenes. I guess if you see a particular story arc, I can understand that. But you're talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. Make sure there's no. But if they said Sora's story would be over, they're going to say Sora's story would be over. I don't know what happens with it, if it does or not. Doesn't that just end the whole franchise? That's like saying, oh, okay, well, you know, you take the main character out of this. That's like having a main TV show. Taking the main character leaves the TV show. The TV show isn't going to last very long because it's around that character. You know, it's just like, it would be a bit pointless. And I think there's one TV show that did it and it didn't last very long. So, you know, that's how I see that. I love Square Rhythm games. Yeah, it is very Disney. Anyway, I'm going to carry on before we get on the conversation. But I am loving this discussion, by the way. Really, really loving it. It's really cool to just sit here and talk about all the stuff. Day 119. Work to do. Work to do with a capital D. Do. Important things can be a weakness. Roxas talked to Shion about what Zaldin said during his mission, but they were unable to understand the meaning of Zaldin's words. Roxas continued his daily mission. Oh, is that Zaldin? Meanwhile, Axel was on a top secret mission. Yeah, like I said, rhythm games aren't for everybody, and I think it's unfair. Well, we just jumped a bit. I think they should. I'll give you an example. For them to now, they have to. You know, I know they've released videos of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 of all the story, like they have for this. To make it fair, they now need to do the same for Melody Memories before the next game installment, because it's not for everybody. I do agree. Eye Patch Man is Zigbar. Oh, that's I thought it was Zigbar. I don't know who the other talk about then. Like, not everybody can play rhythm games, and I get it.
Hey, Roxas.
Axel, you're back.
Yep, I just got home.
They use the story to pull you in, though, so people end up watching things.
So, are you holding up?
Yeah,
Where's Shion?
she's not here yet. She's usually here by now.
Long black hair and epic sideburns. We'll call them sideburns from now and then.
This isn't like her.
A good story knows when to end. Yeah, but sorry, I know I keep pausing, and I'm gonna stop pausing all the time in this discussion. But just you gotta remember, Jay and Lando is this game, Disney and Square like making money, and Kingdom Hearts has money, so if they can release more content for it, they will, even if it eventually ruins it. And people will want the demand for the story anyway. Uh oh, Shion. What? Well, that's the dude at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. The secret thing. I was wondering when he needs to show up.
I'm not a sham.
The Keyblade's a bit of a mix-up though. Why is everyone able to use the Keyblade? I thought that's Sora's Keyblade. Anyway. He's the guy that Roxas met earlier on.
Just give me another chance.
We can't afford to take any more chances on you. You were a mistake we never should have made.
He can't see her with the hood. She's always got that hood up to everybody else, so she lets people see her, I guess. Because now watch. Wait for it.
Shion?
Told ya. She's not physically taking off the hood, so.
Huh. Where's Shion?
Haven't seen her today.
Oh well.
Axel,
Hmm?
is there anything you couldn't bear to lose?
Anything I couldn't bear to lose? What's that about?
Well, I met someone today who had something like that. This thing was so important to him he couldn't bear to lose it. And Zaldan said that was his weakness. Why don't I have anything like that?
It's because you don't have a heart.
I guess.
Not true, I disagree.
But Demix doesn't have a heart, and I bet he'd get upset if you took his sitar away.
Huh. I think you have a point there. So you don't need a heart to have something that you can't bear to lose then. If that's true, then I guess the closest thing that we nobodies have would be memories of our past. It's the memories that create the things that we don't want to lose.
Memories of the past. I don't remember my past.
Even though you might not remember the past, I'm sure you have things you don't want to lose.
Like what?
You've got memories since you joined us, right?
I don't know. I do. Don't I? I couldn't bear to lose my memories of you or Shion.
So then you really do have something that you can't bear to lose, right? Every one of us. Including us nobodies.
True.
We all have something that we want to hang
He
on
needs
to.
reports.
It's scary.
You can't be scared without a heart.
If my friends... If you or Shion were to disappear, it's... scary to think of what it would be like without you guys.
Scared is not an emotion that can exist inside us.
Well, I am scared right now for sure.
Maybe it's just that you remember what it's like to be scared, you know? Somewhere deep inside your memories.
Distress. I feel like something's occurring. Coincidentally, Roxas, Shion were given the same post. Shion failed in her mission to dispose of an imposter. That's a cool looking Heartless, by the way. And became discouraged after being re-promoted by Sykes. Shion put up a strong front for Roxas, who was at a loss for words. Roxas then suggested going on a mission together to cheer her up. They just don't realise that, do they?
Wonder where Axel is.
This is what I was saying, like, are they being tricked or deceived by Zemus? Assuming, because Zemus hasn't shown up barely any time during this whole thing. So, it's not like he's really running the show. Sykes seems to be more the one who's pulling the strings. Zemus, as far as I'm concerned, is just someone who's just like, this is what I want. You guys do all the day. But go. I don't care what you do. Just make Kingdom Hearts happen. But yeah, I think they're just, that's what they, you know, like if you've been taught something to think that way, then that's quite natural for them to have this thought. I don't blame them for being stuck with this mindset. Like, I think literally the only person who can see through the BS is Axel, but he keeps quiet about it because he's probably protecting these two because he considers them friends, unless he has another agenda, but I don't think he does. I think he's genuine when it comes to friendship with these guys. Sykes seems to act like Zem as his mouthpiece. Yeah, he does. He does. That always is the mouthpiece for it. Or he said, like, run it the way you want to. Just make sure it parallels my thing.
Guess we got the work done a little too fast, huh?
Oh no. Do you get to use her in the game, or are you only Roxas? Just so I have an understanding. Because it would make sense if that was a fight we just did. Yo! Wait a minute.
Your face. Who are you really? And why do you have a Keyblade?
Tell me first, why you are dressed as one of us.
That's Riku.
To make sure my best friend sleeps in peace.
That's Riku! Okay.
I don't know who you're supposed to be, but you can't fight fire with sparks. This Keyblade, it's a sham. Worthless.
Worthless!
My Keyblade is not a sham. What gives you the right to say that?
I wish I could do that when I was using Chain of Memories. That was a move.
Find a new crowd.
That's with puberty.
Those guys are bad news.
He got cooler. What's this whole blindfold business about?
Why? You're the real sham.
Oh, I think I got an idea on that. I think I know why.
Fair enough. You could say I am the biggest nobody of them all.
See, why do you think like that, dude? This is my point exactly. Oh, okay. He hasn't changed till. In fact, he's made it go darker. Okay. The moment his eyes showed, I was like, it's Riku! And I gave it away.
Something wrong?
Sorry,
That is probably one of the biggest tune on
my
it.
mind's on other things. Roxas, do you ever think about why we're doing all of this?
What do you mean, why? So we can get hearts of our own, right?
Enrique must think that she looks like Kyrie. Or realise that that's
But
Kyrie's
what do we
nobody.
need hearts for?
I don't know. But I think once we have hearts, we probably won't have to think about why we're doing all this. Or if we need hearts.
I'm not sure. I just wish I knew what I was doing here. I started having the strangest dreams.
Like nightmares?
I can never remember what they're about. I just wake up scared.
Zigbar said you and me were pretty special. Exceptional, he said.
Special? Isn't that
Zem.
just another way of saying that I'm a mistake?
No, I think Zem must know
You're
who
not
they
a
are.
mistake.
I don't think anyone knows who they are apart from the main man.
Well, you and I may both be exceptional, Roxas, but I don't think we're quite the same.
Whoa. Read the room, dude.
Shion.
Yeah.
Hey,
He was
Roxas.
very Sora there. They are very much like their counterpart
Shion
character.
couldn't make it again today?
Actually, you just missed her.
Oh boy, I know I didn't handle that. Speaking of Sora. So Sora's out now. Does that mean Kingdom Hearts 2 has begun? Zen message is a really compelling choice. Roxas reflected on how Sion was acting differently. Axel asked Roxas what was wrong. According to Axel, girls are complicated and there are buttons to avoid pressing. Roxas worried he pressed the wrong buttons as Shion, but Axel assured him Shion was fine. Roxas and Demix saw Phil putting Hercules through rigorous training. Never seen that. Oh, is that the guitar dude? Phil stated that higher his expectations, the tougher the training. Roxas wanted the organization had been giving him tough missions because they had high expectations. Roxas, however, did not understand the meaning of expectations very well to begin with. I thought these guys... Oh, actually, they don't know who they are yet. Sitar Man. Ever since parting awkwardly with Shion, Roxas ate his ice cream alone after that. Oh, man. Actually, 3 organization members with compelling stories. I missed the obvious one. Yeah, I'm sure they'll explore more in 2, because I'm pretty sure they all pop up in 2. Before returning to the castle, Roxas saw Beast wounded from protecting what he cares for, with Belle there to care for him. Love had grown between the two. Zaldin declared the power of love to be worthless. Roxas asked what the power was, but Zaldin said no, said that explaining the concept to a nobody with no heart would be pointless and departed. Left alone, Roxas contemplated what love might be. At the usual spot, Roxas asked Axel what love is, but got no answers. Perhaps completing Kingdom Hearts and gaining a heart would offer some answers. Roxas watched the sunset with these thoughts on his mind. Okay, this is slowly working towards 179. Before leaving for a mission with Luxor, I feel like before Luxor, Roxas heard that Shion failed another mission and fell into deep slumber. Roxas disregarded Sykes' order to not worry about a failure like Shion and went to her room. He ran and then he walked.
Shion.
But this happened to him.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
I told you, keep out of this.
And I'm telling you that I have to know what's the deal with Shion. If there's something going on, just be straight with me for once, will ya?
Do you mean just like you are always honest with me?
Oh, we bit back. True. True.
Well, you got me there, I guess.
Shion has no right to be among our number.
What do you mean?
It's plain to see. I have nothing more to say.
Thanks for elaborating, dude. That was a great explanation. Suspense building, I see that. Biggest reason I hate the fact that they turn this game into a movie is the nuances dialogue with the missions completely missed because it summarizes it. Yeah, it does kind of like kill certain moments of it, I guess. Absolutely, I know what you mean. Like I said, I kind of wish they remade it properly. Axel informed Roxas of what he had heard from Sykes about Shion. He said that Sykes would consider claiming Shion to be a player depending on how she performed from now on. But this was a lie, Axel. He lied. He shouldn't have lied. He shouldn't have lied. Oh, Axel. Banger. Oh. VOD friends, you're not going to hear any more music. Lock, Shock and Barrel got in Roxas's way with their mischief. They claimed that causing mischief and surprising people was fun, but those feelings were lost on Roxas. Roxas continued to carry out his mission while covering for Shion. Man, I love Halloween Town's music. Oh, okay. That bit gets blacked out in the VOD. Oh, we skipped past 179. That's divided by TV. Shion awakens. Huh? Oh! This scene gets me every time, by the way.
Sora!
Every time.
Whoa!
She's awake again.
Good morning, Shion.
Hey, wait. No, that didn't just happen. That didn't just happen because Chain of Memories has already happened. So she just remembered it. That's got to be it. She just remembered it. That didn't just happen because, yeah, that didn't just happen. I'm just, yeah, because it would make sense. It's less that it kills the moments and seems important, but you lose a lot of organization side member personality. Yeah, it's true.
Morning.
You woke up so suddenly, you just startled me.
Sorry.
Oh, I know she is. I figured that out when ages ago.
Did you bring me these seashells?
Hey, she's smiling.
Do you hear it?
Yeah. The sound of the waves. How long was I asleep?
About 20 days.
That long?
Yeah. You were sleeping so much that
I'll be like, man, I'm
me and Axel
hungry
were getting
in
worried.
20 days.
I'm sorry about that. Kind of weird that we can feel anything at all without having hearts to feel with.
Thanks for saying what I've already said. Exactly what I thought. And he's like, oh, that
Hey,
does make
Roxas,
sense. That's
Don't you
crazy.
have work today?
Huh? Oh, I'm about to head out.
I'd like to tag along.
But don't you need some more rest?
I'll be fine. Come on, take me with you.
All right. Sure.